All right. Meanwhile, other news. President Biden's EPA administrator finally has visited East Palestine 2 weeks after the toxic train derailment that sent that black stuff flying.
But Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg is not going and said
this.
Horrible situation has gotten a particularly high amount of attention. There are roughly 1,000 cases a year of a train derailing.
Now I feel better. Well, I can't drink my water or take a shower. Our next guests live just a few miles from the derailment. Lisa Toner and Linda Murphy join us now for their reaction. So I guess, Ms. Murphy, why don't I ask you this? How do you feel about so many derailments the Secretary of Transportation can't be bothered to come visit you?
Oh, well, what a relief that we're at the bottom of the list out of 1,000. I mean, how insignificant does that make you feel? To me, it's his job, and this is something that he should be here for. This is pretty significant, the amount of chemicals, cancer-causing chemicals that were released and what we're left to deal with. We need a little bit of guidance here, and I don't know. I think that this deserves a pink slip for his job. Where else is there a derailment right now where they're dealing with what we're dealing with? What else is going on other than these balloons floating through the sky that he's working on or concerned with? Yeah,
although there was a derailment, same railroad company in Detroit yesterday. Lisa, I know that you know this painfully well. They said, okay, 1 mile around the disaster site, we're going to monitor everything, and, we're going to keep an eye on things, and we're going to take care of the people. You live 1.08 miles from the explosion site. You don't trust anybody. You're hiring people to do your own testing, right?
Correct. We have well water. And I want to be safe and make sure that it's going to be done correctly. And I'm going to be told the truth on what's in my well water.
And are you drinking bottled water right now?
Yes, we are.
For how long?
Forever, until I get answers. We're not getting no answers. Nobody's wanting to help us.
Linda, how are you affected by this? Anything? Are you the scratchy throat or the eyes, or noticing anything with your pets? And what are you doing about your water?
Well, the same as my fellow resident, we have well water, and we're really concerned. And thankfully, we had a wonderful viewer of Fox who donated some water to us for our horses. Arrowhead Wine Cellars in Erie, Pennsylvania drove all the way down and donated water to us for our horses, something that we can't rely on these big agencies to do. A complete stranger miles away donated that for us. So what a blessing that is, and thankful for that. But as far as any side effects, I've had a headache and just the odd tingling sensation, like in the gums and on my lips occasionally. And that's what I've noticed, but I know that some other residents are experiencing things of the similar nature, and a lot of children are having some issues with rashes, discoloration of the skin. My brother-in-law actually went to the hospital and got checked out. He was having some severe symptoms, some breathing issues. So it's affecting everybody in one way or another.
So, Lisa, I find out that, I don't know if it affects you directly, but the high school basketball game was canceled. The team said, I'm not going to go visit there. We'll take the forfeit, we'll take the loss. So, in particular, I hear that people are walking around, the companies, the train companies walking around, offering $1,000 to help you with expenses, but want you to sign a waiver. Have you been asked to do that? And have other people you know done that?
I have not been asked to do that, and I will not do that. They can keep their $1,000.
Right.
I do have friends in town that have, and I think it's sad that they're misleading everybody.
Lisa, I understand in your house that you're sitting in right now, I believe, there is a smell. You're also the director of nursing. You could stay at your job, but you want to sell your house. But now you worry, who's going to want to buy a house in East Palestine?
Nobody's going to want to buy a house here. Our area is known for planting gardens and fruit stands on the corners in the summer. Is anybody going to come to this town and want to buy anybody's produce or fruit off of the fruit stands anymore?
It's going to be a while.
It's definitely going to affect the economy. there are all
Correct.
these, there are all these lawsuits claiming negligence, property damage, economic loss, exposure to hazardous chemicals. So I'm so sorry for everything y'all are going through. Thanks for coming on this morning. And they need water. That was so nice of this viewer. What was the name of the
Arrow.
Arrowhead. Okay.
Arrowhead Wine Cellars in Erie, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
God bless them.
All right, yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
God bless
Thank
both
you.
of you too.
Thank you both for
you,
joining
guys.
us.
Your governor is going to be coming up with on our show coming up at 8:30. There's his picture. We're going to have Governor Mike DeWine on.